I realized something in Nelson, New Zealand that made me deeply uncomfortable. By 63, you think you know who you are, what you like, what you don't, what you'll never change. Turns out, I was wrong.
And that tiny moment opened up a much bigger question.
If we can be wrong about something we've believed for decades, what else are we still allowed to change?
I'm Judy.
And I'm Kevin. Welcome back to Finding Gina Marie, where we share our lives as full-time travelers and the connections we make along the way.
Nelson is a small city at the top of New Zealand's South Island. Most people just pass through it on their way to somewhere else. But it seemed like the perfect place to spend Christmas and New Year's. If you're looking for some inspiration while you're here, you'll want to check out Pic's Peanut Butter World. The factory tour is interesting, but the founder story is what's really inspiring. Pic Pico was 55, legally blind due to macular degeneration, could no longer work in his field, but still wanted to be doing something with his time. He ended up creating peanut butter made with very simple ingredients and selling it at the farmer's market. It's now the #1 peanut butter in all of New Zealand, and it started from really humble roots.
I've never been a fan of peanut butter. As a kid, I was probably the only one not eating peanut butter in my family. But I blame my mother because she ate a lot of peanut butter when she was pregnant with me. So it's all her fault. But I'm a team player and decided to try it during our factory tour.
So are you going to try? Of course. Let's hear your review on this.
Smells like peanut butter.
Do you want some water, Carol?
Very crunchy.
You throw my one in the bed for me?
Boy, you can really taste the pepper in that one.
Yeah, but it's not. It's a fun little.
Yeah, but I was
Jam.
not expecting that ending finish pepper. Right. Now this one is fresh made, like hot off the press.
In fact, it's still warm from the grinder.
You want to hold the water because you want to coffee each one.
And although this is not peanut butter, this is Pic's honey, because apparently it goes great on peanut butter.
There's your corn for the day.
What?
I put my tongue that far out. Not usually on video. All right, we get this on camera. I'm not as offended by the flavor of peanut butter as I am the smell.
Yay!
Doesn't mean I'm going to have a lot of it, but it's now an option.
Who knew?
Who knew?
That's so awesome.
New Zealand, you converted me a little bit.
When you love peanuts, it's not, in my opinion, such a big leap, but I'm so glad you came and you did this experience with me and that we had so much fun.
Would you like to take home the fresh jar?
Oh no, we gotta travel, so.
So we had this awesome tour here at Pic's, and Frankie was an incredible guide, and she's the one who gave us our free warm bottle of peanut butter. But did you want to give a shout out to someone?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to my daughter Hunter, who'll be watching, and she loves watching travel vlogs, so we're going to be following Gina Marie on her adventures. And I just wanted to say a big hi.
Thank you so much. We really enjoyed our time here.
Awesome, thank you. It's been really good having you on the channel. And enjoy the peanut butter.
Oh, we absolutely will.
Learning how Pic changed his life at 55 and created such an amazing place, I started thinking, okay, after 60-some years, maybe I can change too.
And I think that it made us feel, what else are we overcomplicating? And maybe what else are we allowed to rethink? So we had some friends that told us that we should go to the center of New Zealand, which just so happens to be here in Nelson. So we are going to go on a bear hunt. Come along.
Bear hunt? I can't bear it.
Gosh.
Where are you going?
Oh, I thought you meant me.
No. The four-legged one.
Now, officially, it's a survey point and not exactly the geographic center of New Zealand, but hey, it sounded like a great walk, and it didn't seem that far away until we added up the vertical walk.
And it really was very close to where we were staying, so it wasn't a big deal. Now, the center of New Zealand isn't some big epic viewpoint. It's a nice hike, so I'm glad we did it. But I think that one of the things about staying, and especially for 15 days in Nelson, was just really taking the moment to just drink in where we were and being fully present. I think sometimes when you feel like you have to see everything, you miss some of the memorable things that are in front of you because you don't think that they're important enough.
The wind really is pushing me around. I was trying to help that couple take some pictures. It almost knocked me on my heels. All right, we are officially at the center of New Zealand. It was a 300-mile walk, but we did it. Oh, probably 300 meters, but you know, still.
We are troopers.
Yeah.
And it was a bushwalk, right? I mean, isn't that?
Oh, there was trails.
It's a bushwalk.
Okay.
If anybody asks, that's what it was.
And if you're curious whether it's windy or not, it is. You can see my hair going crazy too.
Heard you want to leave this place where we grew up. This old town, just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run.
Another place in Nelson that isn't necessarily epic, but it is a place to spend some time, is the Saturday market.
I really thought that it was cool to be part of just the hustle and bustle. It was pretty lively, and it was interesting to see all of the different booths and learn about the things that are important to the locals here, because it wasn't just tourists, obviously.
No.
There were a lot of people who were visiting simply because it was Saturday.
I have this love-hate relationship with markets, Saturday markets particularly. They're always so interesting and I love coming, but I don't think about coming hungry so that I could sample all the things. Like we went and had breakfast, which was really good, but now it's kind of like, all right, this is your one shot to really try some of the food here and I've got nothing left. So.
Here's something you don't get enough of: carnivorous plants.
One thing I really noticed when we were in Nelson is it had a very big community feel. And so it wasn't a surprise that the Saturday market was so bustling. And I'm really glad we got to experience that.
This was a lot of fun, first of all.
Yeah, it's one of the most authentic markets, I would say, that we've been to. A lot less of just kitschy stuff and throwaway stuff. A lot of homemade things, foods and garments.
One of the things that a local had told to us is that as of Boxing Day, it gets really crowded because there's a lot of people who come here for vacation. And I can believe it. It feels so much more vibrant and alive than it did when we first arrived. And I'm really enjoying that aspect of it.
Yeah, Nelson's pretty lively once the holidays get done closing everything up. And this market's really lively. It's only open till 1. So they got another 2 hours. So everyone's trying to get their time in.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yep.
Very happy. Recommend.
Because we were taking time to walk around town and see what's available, we noticed all these markings for art. And we love art, so we started to look deeper into it, and Judy found a whole map of an art walk.
I think there's maybe 26 different pieces of art that are hanging on the walls, mostly paintings, that are done by local artists. And they're really beautiful and interesting, and you can read about the history of the painting and what it's there for. And we kind of turned it into a fun little scavenger hunt.
Yeah, it kind of worked that way, because trying to find each number is like, wait, I got one over here. And wait, this is not even on the map. It's on another number.
And sometimes I think we had to walk through alleyways to get from one to another. And
especially since there were some things that weren't on the art walk, but were beautiful murals and beautiful artwork. So it exposed more of the town to us.
yeah, it was kind of like a bonus.
Yeah, bonus art.
I will also say that maybe there were areas of town that we might not have gone to had we not specifically been looking for the particular painting in that area.
You're absolutely right.
The Queen's Gardens. That looks pretty.
Now, on our way to see the center of New Zealand, we bumped into the Queen's Gardens. Took a little bit of a video of it and said we've got to spend some time in there because it looks really beautiful.
Now, I would say when we first started traveling full time that gardens and arboretums and those kinds of places weren't really high on our list of things to see. We definitely were chasing bigger, monumental places. But I think that the quiet is something that we've been searching for a little bit more, and we were delighted to find it.
Yeah, anytime we have a park with nature and people active in it and benches where maybe you can sit down once in a while and just enjoy what's happening around us.
And just the beauty of the garden was really nice.
I thought you were going to jump up on one.
No.
You know me, I can't do a pull-up, so we're not doing the tree. Nope, can't do one.
Good thing it's the new year. We've got new goals.
New goals, one pull-up. That did not work.
I think we could enjoy it because we weren't in a rush. It was just a simple, beautiful, reflective place, and I think that that's what made it worth visiting.
When we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run. The river's gonna cry when you're gone.
One thing we noticed about Nelson from our first dinner there, which was at this very local place, and one person stopped by, well, well-weathered individual, and he said something about Nelson being the best place in New Zealand, or maybe the best place in the world, but he was really proud of his community, and we found that a lot in the places that we went for breakfast, in the interactions we had with people. Everybody was just very friendly and proud of where they lived, and shoot, we had even a couple meetups there.
We did have to work around the rain a few days, but we had a couple that invited us to their home. We had bigger plans, but because of the weather, we just took a nice walk around their neighborhood, and then they made scones for us, which were absolutely delicious, and they were homemade from scratch. And we just really felt part of something while we were here in Nelson. And then we met up with another couple, and we ended up going to the boat shed and seeing some of the marina, which was lovely.
The best part was, it was great conversation. It was a lot of discussion about why they lived in Nelson, why they loved it, and learning more about the community and the history of it.
Yeah, I think in both situations, we just really felt part of a bigger community, and we travel to make connections.
Yeah.
And so when we get to experience that, it means a lot to us. We knew we wanted to spend time in a low-key place for Christmas and New Year's, and this was perfect for it. And then if we talk about New Year's Eve, I would say that the New Year's celebration was small, but there still was one.
Well, it was right size for Nelson, let's put it that way. And there was live music, and the people were all gathered. It seemed like everybody in town was in this one little square.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And the fireworks were cute and lovely.
Well, I think they only went on for probably 3 minutes,
Yeah.
but it didn't matter. The idea was that they celebrated, and there was this sense of belonging that we felt part of.
And just a slight bit of rain, but everyone was still
Yeah,
happy.
that's true.
It was wonderful that everyone showed up.
And that felt like enough.
You know that we love to go find a coffee shop when we're in a town. And we did find one right away, but then it turned out it was going to be closed for several days. And so having a backup is always nice. Well, we had multiple backups here.
And some of the best savory scones that we've had.
Oh yeah, you love those.
Very much. Lambrettas were delicious. This one's a savory scone, and it's got sun-dried tomato in here, and corn, and herbs. Honestly, there's butter, but you don't even need it because it's so good. And it's always delicious. Like, they're always moist and flavorful. Like, I'm very happy about it. And I'll also say that Anarchy Burger was really interesting.
Oh, yeah. It looked like just a walk-up. And then we asked, do you have seating? He said, well, you can just go to the bar next door, order there, and we'll serve you in the bar. Of course, the bar is, again, a friendly place. Everyone just enjoying community, hanging out.
There was live music the first time we went.
And he was really good.
People often tell us, why don't you visit the smaller towns? And I feel like this was our opportunity to do that.
Yep.
And because there wasn't always a lot going on, we even went to a movie theater and saw a 3D version of Avatar, which we haven't been to a movie theater in a really, really long time.
And it's funny because we went to an Italian restaurant and that's how we found out the movie theater was right there. It's like, use the movie theater entrance for the restaurant?
Yeah, you just literally walked in. Now, of course, we wanted to visit Abel Tasman National Park. For some people, it's considered a coastal paradise. We aren't really people who are going to spend time sitting on the beach, but we were actually quite interested in doing some simple, easy hikes while we were there, kind of seeing the water and just being in nature. Because again, I think that that's a big part of what you come to New Zealand for.
Because we don't rent cars where we go, we took a bus to get to Abel Tasman. And then when we were there, we actually took a boat ride to get to the beach and the trails where we were exploring. So it felt like we got to really see a lot of this area of New Zealand.
Originally, I thought it might be too logistically challenging to get to Abel Tasman National Park from our accommodations, but there's a service called Better Bus. It picks you up and it only goes to Abel Tasman, so you don't have a million other stops along the way. And then there's also, for the return, a designated time that they'll pick you up and take you back to the same bus stop.
This has just been like such a cool place to be.
I want to know about bug noises. I want to know what these are. That's my purpose in life right now.
Now, you could spend multiple days at the park if you wanted to. We just did it as a day trip.
People were taking their luggage.
Yes, and there were tents that you could rent, and there were also cabins that you could stay in. That really wasn't our jam, but we were still glad to have spent the full day there.
This is a pretty high fence. Giving Judy a platform for very steady shots. But
What are you gonna do?
Hey, I heard you want to leave this place where we grew up. This old town, just put it all behind.
I think Nelson is a cheaper place than many other places in New Zealand, but it certainly wasn't a budget stay.
No, not at all, unfortunately. But we weren't buying sights. We were buying peace and serenity, and I feel like we got that.
If someone asked me, should I go to Nelson, I would definitely say yes. I think it's been a great experience for us, and the time we spent there was really quality time. And of course, after 60 years, I finally broke a habit of never eating peanut butter.
And we ended up with a lot of peanut butter after that tour.
Oh, jeez. Yes, the suitcase was full of peanut butter, and I made her double wrap it in our silicone Ziploc bags.
no matter where we've gone, there's always been somebody who's been very friendly to us.
Yeah, it definitely has felt relaxing and peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
And as though we're part of a community.
That's a good word for it. I feel like we're already allowed to be in the community.
I think it's just been a really nice experience. I'm glad we built this into our New Zealand leg.
Yeah, well, people were saying, why are you going to Nelson? Like, well, now we know, because Nelson's great.
So what did it cost us for 15 days in Nelson? Our flight from Rotorua cost us $643. Accommodations at Quest Nelson with some of the kindest people that we've ever met at the reception desk were $2,638 or $176 per day. Not cheap, but it was a really central and convenient location. Getting around the city cost $65. Dining and groceries were a total of $1,156 or $39 per person per day. Activities cost $286. The total cost was $4,985. Minus the cost of transportation to travel from Rotorua, we spent $4,342, which breaks down to $289 per day and $145 per person per day. This video where we learned about the Maori people while we were in Rotorua is something we think you'll enjoy.
Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, we'd love for you to do that. Next week, we're going to be in Queenstown, and you're not going to want to miss it.
I remember to
Wander more.
worry less
Bring a passport.
and hold on. It's windy up here.